This is the more disgusting of the two clips when it comes to Megyn Kelly and how she decides to defend a convicted sex offender and tries to downplay the fact that he liked younger women and it was okay. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. This is from the same interview.
As for Epstein, I've said this before, but just as a reminder, I do know somebody very, very close to this case who is in a position to know virtually everything. Not everything, but virtually everything. And this person has told me from the start, years and years ago, that Jeffrey Epstein, in this person's view, was not a pedophile. This is this person's view, who was there for a lot of this.
Wow, a pedophile calling another pedophile not a pedophile to defend the fact that they're pedophiles. She won't even give a name. That's how I know the person she's talking to probably is a pedophile. Okay?
But that he was into the barely legal type. Like he liked 15-year-old girls.
15 is still illegal. Megyn, what are we doing? The fact that you're going live on... Girl, blink twice if you need help. The fact that they have a woman coming on air to say that 15-year-olds in some capacity is legal is actually really fucking worrying and disgusting. And again, it's this moving of the goalpost when it comes to the maggots. They will do anything to defend and protect Donald Trump, who is their cult leader. It's insane to me. So for her to say, oh, Epstein was into the barely legal, that's her trying to normalize 15-year-olds being normalized to have legal consensual sex when they cannot. It's insane.
And I realize this is disgusting. I'm definitely not trying to make an excuse for this. I'm just giving you facts.
Okay, if you're not trying to make an excuse, why are you saying it? You're trying to create an excuse. You're trying to create justification. You're trying to normalize the idea that 15-year-olds are okay to somehow give consent for sexual activity. And you as a woman should never allow another child, because 15-year-olds are children, to be put in a situation where they could give consent for sexual activities with grown men. Barely legal, you're disgusting. You're scum. You're despicable, Megyn Kelly, for sitting down here and putting this into the universe.
That he wasn't into like 8-year-olds. But he liked the very young teen types that could pass for even younger than they were, but would look legal to a passerby. And that is what I believed, and that was what I reliably was told for many years. And as
that's still a problem. How can you justify that? How can you sit on a live mic with your face being recorded, Megyn Kelly, and justify the barely legal phrase to justify and normalize 15-year-olds giving consent to sexual activity? You should be fired from your job. You should be fired from that microphone. You should never have another microphone in front of your mouth again. You should never have a platform again for justifying 15-year-olds to be barely legal. Like, there's a difference between 8-year-olds and 15-year-olds. Like, you're sick. You're absolutely effing sick. Every day that passes on in regards to this administration, it just... I don't understand where the common sense is. It has to kick in at some point when it comes to, especially this situation, when it touches upon sexual abuse, when it touches upon consent, when it touches upon minors. Where does the lunacy end? Where does towing the line finally decide to stop being towing the line and holding people accountable for their words and actions, such as Megyn Kelly, who wants to sit here and normalize and justify the barely legal term to normalize consensual sex for 15-year-olds? Where does the common sense kick in for our media? Where does the common sense kick in for MAGA? Where does the common sense kick in for protecting children, as the Republicans and the right wing and, the evangelical Christians and everyone in that hemisphere has decided to put their bets and money on in regards to policy and running for elections? Yet they sit here and have women try and justify the consensual sexual age of intercourse at 15 years old by using the term barely legal to equate it to legal. It's honestly mind-boggling to me that Megyn Kelly went on air and could not hear herself. It's like there's no thought process. It was like a regurgitated amount of words that needed to come out to protect her job or something. But she needs to come out and say, I apologize for making any sort of equation to legality when it comes to consent, because that's not what I believe. I don't believe children, 15 years, 16 years, 17 years, can give consent.